I am looking for the best computer science and math students who are somewhere between the age of 16 and 18 in Nigeria, Africa, or beyond. I say Nigeria and Africa there partly because what we want to do is we want to provide infrastructure support through these people who are going to start AI companies, potentially, God willing, right? So I want to start equipping 16 to 18-year-olds or SS1 to SS3 students to become leaders in the AI revolution, to become founders of startups that, have AI infrastructure. And I want to give them all the tools they will need to be as successful as they can be in the AI world. My name is Amos Tarfa. I'm a medical physicist and a math and science curriculum writer. Now, what does AI have to do with medical physics? So, the computers that are used to run CT scanners, the hardware that was built for CT scanners, some of that technology has actually been repurposed for AI. So if you listen to Jensen Huang, the CEO of NVIDIA, you will notice that one of his first clients for some of his computing programs were CT scanners, people who build CT scanners. Isn't that interesting? I can tell you more about my story later, but I am an AI researcher as well. So as a physicist, a lot of the mathematics we talk about in AI is actually used by physicists. I don't know if you know, but the same mathematics that can explain Einstein's theory of general relativity and the mathematics that is used for AI, they're connected. And sometimes it's the same. For example, linear algebra, same thing. Okay, here's my point. I don't know what my capacity is yet if we're doing this as a large class, but I can say for sure I could take 24 students, okay? So I'm looking for 24 students who say, I'm committed, I want to understand linear algebra, I want to understand calculus, I want to understand mathematics for machine learning, I want to understand how business works, because part of it is I need them to understand how to build tools with AI, but then also how business works, right? So then they start a startup, it ends up taking off potentially in maybe people from Japan need it, or South Korea, or England, or not, whatever the case. And then how cool would that be? That they can take some of those funds that they get from these projects and they reinvest in their communities and they start scaling up what their communities have to offer. I don't think people understand what's going on. I really don't. If people understood what was going on, they will be more careful with how they're spending their time. There is a revolution happening in real time. You can ride the wave when a revolution happens, and you will have enough money to build solar panels for your whole village. Like, that's what's happening right now. And so what I want to do for the students who get into this program is I'm going to give you access to all the tools I have and all the mentors I have and all the friends I have in AI research. All of it, right? Because I'm trying to set you up to be the best you can be, to change the world. We need people who have good value systems to go into AI. We need people who have good ethics. We need people to go in and be a voice of reason in the AI revolution. Because some of the people running some of the AI programs, they have different agendas, and I have concerns about some of their agendas. But the technology of AI itself, the computational technology, that's just technology. It's like a computer. It's a computer, literally. It's just that it's so fast. And it has certain systems that have been built into how it works that makes people look at it and go, this is crazy. Yeah, it's crazy because it's fast and it has been trained on data. But today I was even listening to one of the AI researchers, one of the leaders of the artificial superintelligence work happening in the world. That's what they call it. Anyways, we could talk about AGI, artificial general intelligence, artificial superintelligence. We could talk about all that later and why I think they're going to hit a roadblock. Not just for me. I'm talking about some of their orgas at the top talking. The orgas are the bosses. There are some bosses who are willing to speak the truth, saying, yeah, we're not anywhere close to ASI. No, we're not there. Okay, now you might be hearing people say, oh, AGI is coming, this and that. No. Now, are certain jobs going to be put in trouble? Yes. AI can do coding better than many humans. So there are certain entry-level jobs that are going to be removed. We know that. But what if you were about to go study computer science right now and you're seeing that people in computer science are losing their jobs? What should you do? The answer to that question actually goes back to understanding why you should learn in the first place. The reason why you should learn in the first place is not just to get a job. If you understand that premise well, it will help you to navigate this terrain. Because the people who have learned to program have learned a certain skill set of how to reason. But they can take those programming skills and actually move them to physics, or move them to engineering, or move them to mathematics. See, that's important. You have to be flexible in the era of AI. You have to be a lifelong learner in the era of AI. Anyways, I need 24 students who want to become AI pioneers, but the mindset is important. When you look at the AI leaders, here's what I find. Here's an interesting pattern. There's a lot of them from around the world, right? People from all across the world, and that's great. From India, from France, from England, from America, from Singapore. Okay, no problem. A few from America. And the reason why I say that is the American education system is not producing the type of AI level mathematicians at the rate that it needs to compared to China. And I want to talk about that for a second. Now, I know that I'm making this video with a call to people in Nigeria, but again, anybody can reach out to this program. They have to be committed though. They have to get to linear algebra like in the next year or a year and a half. They have to do math year round. This is not for everybody. This is for those who are committed. And of course, they will be rewarded because of the era they're in. Have you seen that some companies are trying to recruit AI scientists at $250 million or $1 billion? I've never seen that before. I've never seen that kind of money for 25-year-olds. Like, what world are we living in, right? Somebody even made a video, funny, well, it sounds funny, but he said, have the computer scientists become the new athletes? Yeah, they have. The computer scientists are making the athletes look poor. And I'm sorry I'm laughing, athletes. I'd love to teach you calculus too if you want to do calculus. So if your kids need calculus, I'll give you a discount, just 200 grand per year. I'm kidding, 100 grand. Okay, the point is this though. I'm not joking about tutoring athletes' kids or helping, with my company to help them. But my point is we need people to learn computer science skills. We need leaders in the AI age. And America is not cutting it. It's not working in America. We're not raising top talent at the speed that we need to because we have kids who are graduating thinking, oh, do I even need to take calculus? Guys, look at what the others are doing. But let me just say one quick thing about my concern about China and the global geopolitical race. AI does not have enough guardrails right now, and that is very troubling. And what we're doing, though, is we're saying, well, look at China moving fast, so we want to catch up. That's what America is saying. And I'm looking at it and I'm going, this is not... Like, we need to figure out some guardrails before we speed up. But we're saying we can't do that because China is moving fast. Whatever. Okay, we'll talk about all of this over time. But the concern I have is if your child is in America right now and they're following the traditional American math system, I'm really sorry, they're not on track to being an AI leader. How? Like, if you're following, what I mean is if you're doing, okay, we're going to do pre-calc in this year and we're going to do no. That's not how they're learning it in China or Nigeria or India. No, here's what they're doing. I'll tell you the secret. In 10th grade in Nigeria, they do 3 math courses with 3 separate teachers. Regular math, advanced math called further mathematics, and advanced math 2 called further mathematics 2, pure and applied. Guys, they're doing 3 years of math in a year. They're literally doing 3 levels of math at the same time. They have an advantage. The Nigerian students have an advantage. America, we can also try and do the same, but our attitude needs to change to education. And the same thing applies to parents. Parents, I say this in love. There's a new era. It's not the same era you grew up in. Not at all. There was a teacher who wrote an article recently saying that after they saw GPT-5, they were like, I'm done. They were like, I'm done. What were they trying to say? And then someone else wrote another article. We need to talk about all of this, and it's on my show. If you visit my channel, Living Sensibly with Amos Tarfa on YouTube, you see some of the stuff I'm talking about there. But here's what is happening. AI makes it very easy for people to cheat. But students, don't cheat yourself. Don't deceive yourself. Use it for good. But also, let's build some AI tools to solve some problems. That's what I'm calling out for. If you want your children to become AI pioneers, send me an email, amosthemathguy@gmail.com, amosthemathguy@gmail.com. Subscribe, like, share this video. Let's get 24 AI founders in the next few days. Have a blessed day.